afternoon, everyone. I'm glad you've taken the time to come and see a little bit about what this Scrip fundraising is all about. Many of you have probably heard a little bit about the fundraising for the baseball team this year. And so taking a little bit further look into it, this is something that really might resonate and help us build that bank account for the baseball team. So a couple things before we get started. What are we fundraising for? If you really think about it, it's things that just about, impact everything that the boys do from a baseball standpoint. We're looking at things like refreshing the account for our scoreboard, which most of you know really needs some renewal. We're also looking at things like upgrading and maintaining the dugouts for the boys. So all of these funds are going to end up going towards that goal of raising that money to help offset what we get from the athletic boosters. So is there really a dollar goal? Not so much, but again, the more that we can raise, whether it's through something like this or our car washes or whatever other activities we choose over the years, this is going to help us reach that goal in some way, shape, or form. So let me just take a minute just so that you can put faces to names, go through this really quick, but keep this information. I'm the coordinator for Scrip here for the Lake Braddock baseball team. Important if you have any questions going forward, there's my email and my phone number. If you ever need to get a hold of me and you need to go through my boys, they're the two, Javi and Ryan, number 6 and 14. Especially if you can't recognize them without their uniforms on, it really helps to know their numbers. If that doesn't work, you probably know my husband. Most people do. He's probably one of the loudest on the field. So if you need to get us that way, you can also track him down and he knows how to get a hold of me. And if worse comes to worse, this is what I look like when I've actually taken time to take my baseball cap off. So let's talk about what is Scrip. So it's actually a website, a portal website that allows you to go in and essentially fundraise for your various, organizations. They've made this website as a portal to sort of hide all of the back end going on, but really it's the website that attracts the end user, us, to all of the online vendors and manufacturers that you may want to eventually buy these Scrip card or these gift cards from. They've been around for over 22 years. Okay, so this is super important. It was to me because, again, we're talking about money. All right, we're talking about money that's coming out of your bank account. We're talking about money that's ultimately may put on your credit card. This is money that you're going to be using to do your everyday shopping. And it's super important that you understand that not only is this a secure interface and that your money is safe, but understand that this isn't a fly-by-night area and that they've been around a relatively long time. They offer all kinds of different products. Physical gift cards, e-gift cards, reload, the ability to pay with your bank account, ability to pay with a credit card. And not only do they have an online presence, but they also have a mobile site that you can get to, which makes it super easy when you're out and about to continue this process. All right, so essentially Scrip is fundraising while you shop. We all do it. You go out, you buy groceries, you buy gas, any of these different things. So the concept of Scrip is instead of going and handing your credit card over or writing a check or using your debit card, is to actually purchase these gift cards with the e-barcodes and so on them. We get a percentage rebate. I'll show you how that works in just a minute. And then you take those cards, those reloads and so on, and you use those to do your everyday purchases. All right, there's no selling here. All right, so like many things you might think, okay, well, go door to door and sell the coupon books, or we're doing poinsettias for Christmas and so on and so forth. No selling here, right? The only selling that really goes on is from that website to you. You go online, you do the purchases, it's for your own use or your friends or your extended family or whatever the case, and then you use that to buy your everyday gear, okay? So things like your extended family, right? Your alumni, even, that's a great place to think of too. Anybody can use this, and the funds can then be used for the baseball organization. This is the other thing that's really great about this. This isn't a one and done thing, right? Again, let's talk about maybe even Yankee Candle, right? Where you have a Yankee Candle fundraiser, it's good for 2 weeks, go and get everybody to try to buy them, and then at the end of 2 weeks, we get a certain percentage. Nope, this happens all year long. Okay. So you start today, you can still be doing this and money will still be going into the baseball account a year from now. All right. Couple of different things. It does become habit forming. I could speak from experience. Once you get used to doing this and in the back of your head saying, "Ooh, well, that was a 10% rebate. I just spent $100 on getting the boys cleats and $10 went into the baseball fundraising bin," it starts to add up and make a lot of sense. All right. It does become routine. And again, it doesn't stop and start. It just keeps going. All right. And everyone can participate there. You can, again, you can do it, your spouses can do it. If you really feel like letting your boys in on that, or maybe you've got college kids or so on, they can participate, right? You're going to take a look here in just a second when I show you the online shopping mall, and you'll see that there are a ton of vendors that you'll recognize. Everything from Shell to Walmart to Hulu is even up there. And so being able to go in and use this for all kinds of things that you do in your daily life just makes it that much easier. And again, you know, your extended family. My mother does it when she buys her gift cards for her Christmas presents, right? And again, she doesn't do it very often and she doesn't do it every day, but every little bit contributes to that overall bank account. All right, so let's talk really quick about how this money flows, because I think that's super important too, so that you really kind of get an idea of what this means. So when you finally get on, you make your account, you go in and say, okay, it's time to get started. You can have a couple of options. You have these e-cards, which you can print off on your printer or you can use on your phone, and I'll show you how to do that really quick here. You go in and you say, all right, I want one of these. Let's say I'm going to get this $100 gift card and it's got a 3% rebate, right? So I go in, I select the card. Your bank account, if you're using Presto Pay, is debited for that $100 card, or if you're using your credit card's charged. You have those e-cards automatically show up in your queue after the purchase has happened, and we automatically in the baseball fund get $3. It's that easy. Now, physical cards, a little bit more complex, and I'll tell you why. Only really quickly. Same concept here. You go onto your shop, your shop portal shop. You say, this is the physical gift card I want. Again, if you've got this set up, you say, okay, I want this. It's debited from your account or your credit card. Then it comes to me. I hold on to them for a couple of weeks, and then I release those. But at the time, that $3 still goes into our account. I hold on to them because the Scrip Center actually charges us a fee as an organization to ship those cards. And so what we don't want to get into is, you know, getting a couple of different cards and then realizing that your entire rebate just got used up in shipping them to you. So we can go into that in a little bit more detail as we move further along, but understand that there's just a slightly different flow when that happens, an e-card versus a physical card. All right. So barriers to adoption, super important. Some of you are probably thinking these too. How safe is it? Well, I can vouch for the fact that I've been doing this now for about 5 years, and I've never had a problem, nothing. I've never had an issue with my bank account or identity theft, and I'm probably, my husband will tell you, probably one of the most neurotic people about money in the house. How your money flows, how your budget works. That's another thing, you know, that there is a transition sometimes when you think about normally handing over a card for points, for airline points or regular points, and saying, well, I usually get a great benefit out of that. But now I've got to think about, okay, well, if I'm fundraising, is it worth it for the $10 to go here or there, or do I need my points? Again, every family is different. The gift card stigma, right? I mean, people would rather sometimes have a plastic card, not necessarily interested in doing things online. But again, the concept really is you're just using this as a different money flow. And instant gratification. Again, you're not going to get a really big payoff the day that it's a $10 rebate here or $5 rebate here. It's the long race. It's the tortoise and the hare thing, you know, slow and steady, and that bank account will build. All right, so let's just talk about potential earnings as an example here really quick. So even in the last 2 weeks since I've had this up, I've done enough online shopping for $30 in these Scrip rebates, okay, just myself. Let's just say that 20 families decide that they're going to do that, and again, I've done a handful of things, but I haven't really gone all out. Even in 2 weeks with 20 families doing $30 rebate, that's $600. Plus or minus, that's the outcome of a car wash or two. All right. Well, think about it this way. Think about it over a year, just over 20 weeks. All right, 20 weeks out of the year, $12,000, right? If we get 20, even 20 families. And this will blow your mind even more. From our baseball rosters, we have 41 baseball families. 41 baseball families. The potential to do this slow and steady fundraising is astronomical, and it really does pay off. Every little bit, whether it's 2.5, whether it's 5, whether it's 13, whether it's 10, the more that this process is used, the more that bank account grows. All right, so really quick, I'm not going to spend too much time here because I do want to get to just being able to show you where the website is. But I started this a couple of years ago with chorus with my daughter at Lake Braddock, and who would have thought that it would have been a varsity sport? But the amount of money to go on their trips, their sheet music, their gowns, their jewelry, kind of sounds like going out and doing this for our baseball guys, right? Well, the first year I said, nope, it's not going to fit. I'm really worried about how my money flows. Not sure I'll do this. Got to the point where they were going to Chicago, and I had paid for a $650 trip out of pocket. One of the moms said, oh, no, I'm going. I'm a chaperone. I paid for my daughter and I through Scrip. I said, how in the world did you do that? She told me, and I was hooked. To be able to save $1,200 in the course of a year so that it's not coming out of your pocket is amazing. It's just, there's nothing like it. And it's a great way to sort of bond as a team and to just make that bank account grow. So a couple different things. This slide's super important. You're going to need this in order to go get yourself set up. The Shop with Scrip is the online website. You're going to need that family enrollment code. That's what's going to tie your bank and your shopping to the baseball family. Couple ways to pay. Presto Pay, you're going to need your information from your bank. You're going to need your routing number, your bank account number. And if you're going to pay through credit card, bear in mind here, there's a 2.6% fee if you do that. But you can do it, all right? But you're going to need that information when you go to sign up. So to set up that account, simply go to shopwithscrip.com. It'll ask you for an enrollment code when you say go join, and then you're all set and ready to go. All right, so just a couple of different things, shopwithscrip.com, and then online, my Scrip wallet. So I know that we're kind of coming up on maybe people's patience for sitting still and watching too much more of this, but I do want to show you the ability to go online and to, at least see the website. All right, so let's come down here really quick. I'm going to show you some of the online vendors so that you get a sense of this. But I also think that it's important to understand as well that all of this can be done mobily. So again, Shop with Scrip. This is where you would go and join a program with that enrollment code. But we're going to sign in because I'm already set up, right? So you do your login. Okay. And what this automatically sets you into really is just the banner page. You can first go into your dashboard. This is going to show you all of the family functions you can do. This is going to, your wallet, right? This is going to show you where all of your gift cards are. All right, so these are a couple of the gift cards that I've done. Kohl's, I just sent my boys out to go get some jeans. So this is what it looks like, right, when you go in and open it. You can print this off. Kohl's will go ahead and use that barcode. You go in and instead of handing your credit card, you hand them this, they do the zip, and you've now paid for your Kohl's purchase with this barcode. Even nicer online because then you can just turn your phone around, there's your barcode, they're ready to go, they take you where you need to go. All right, so wallet, super, super important. All right, other family functions you can find over here, everything from your payment types and how you want to set that up, right? Your order histories, your shopping lists. But what's even more fun, and then I'll let you all go for the evening, is shopping, right? Go and take a look at the amount of vendors here. Again, Walmart, Starbucks, Kohl's, Amazon. And then as you roll over these, you can see which of these merchants, first of all, I think the most important part is, what's your rebate, right? 7% rebate. Amazon does 2.25, Kohl's, right? But the ability to either get a physical card, as we touched on, being able to get a Scrip now, which is that e-card that shows up automatically like that Kohl's did, or being able to reload, right, a physical gift card that you have purchased through this site, all right? Some of the other things, if you're, you get into that point where you're thinking, oh, it's time for Christmas. What's going to have the largest the largest amount of rebate? What's the best bang for my buck? Some of these are ridiculous. There are some of them that 16% if you want to send somebody flowers, right? So for every $100 you spend on sending somebody flowers, $16 goes into our account, all right? Everything from going to the outlets and getting Adidas. There's Nike in here. The boys love American Eagle. And being able to go in and do those kinds of things, and every time you pay through this website with these gift cards, you can see that that money, you saw the flow, allows us to make money every single time you do it. So I know that there are probably more questions, but I wanted to stop at this point, let you digest this a little bit, and we're going to look at having some interest meetings so that we can go into this a little bit further. I hope this was informative. I hope it hooked you. I hope that it at least made you want to contact me, ask the questions, and start the enrollment process. So I hope you have a great afternoon. Talk to everybody soon.